everybody, welcome back. It is me, your old pal Orpheus, with another adventure here on Orpheus Plays. Hi, how you doing? Anyway, I hope you're doing well today, wherever you are, whether it's day or night. Just happy you're along for the ride. And today, I want to talk about something that's been bugging me a little bit. I'm going to try to be vague, but we'll see. I'm going to try to not break my one rule, and that is talking about drama. Drama! Why? Anyway, we'll get to that in a little bit. Anyway, so we are in survival mode here in the Canyon map. Always a great one to come to. Looks like a nice little, like a theme park attraction if you, didn't care about safety. Anyway, the survival mode means 3 things come out. I choose one and I decide which things to kill with it, which is pretty much everything. So, let's get, we got a rusty knife. We have a rusty cleaver, or we have a rusty pitchfork. Let's see, the Tetanus Olympics. Let's go for the pitchfork. We'll get things going. So how you doing? You been okay? Good to hear. Love to hear that all the time. Anyway, it is another great day for murder here in Blade and Sorcery. Let's get things going with our first traditional slow motion kill of the day if one of our victims will make their way down here. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be the young lady or is it going to be the young man? Let's see, here we go. Coming up here. All right, I think I'll go for the guy. We'll go for our super slow-mo right in the Jimmy. Oh, God, I'm so sorry, bro. He's not dead. Oh, jeez. Let's do that. Wow. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get to today's topic. So, one of my rules on this channel is that I never, ever talk about 2 things. And they are news and drama, right? If there's some internet personality or, one on YouTube or on X or whatever that says something that people don't like or does something that people don't like or they're I could name a dozen, and you could probably name a dozen people that are like drama YouTubers, drama influencers, the people that go out there and they always have something that they want to rage about, right? It's especially bad on social media because things happen in the world, okay? I remember a time when the news cycle was slower, right? Every day you'd get your nightly news and you'd see what was going on. The next morning you could get a newspaper, see what happened the day before, see what's coming up. And everything was just kind of like, all right, well, that happened. Okay, here's how I'm going to react to it. Oh, that happened. Here's how I'm going to react to that. that kind of thing. You'd talk it over with your friends, maybe around the water cooler at work or something, right? Well, these days, and those conversations were mostly civil, right? You never really got into arguments. Whoa, hey, I'm doing a video here, lady. You never really got into heated arguments with your friends at work because, the news cycle was slow, and so things kind of happened at a pace that people could digest things, right? That you could hear about a news story on the nightly news at 7 o'clock, and by 7 o'clock the next morning, you and your family, or you by yourself, had enough time to kind of process that, right? You had a chance to sit down and think about what was going on with it. Maybe, like I said, discuss it with a friend or with your family, or just, sit there on the couch and go, that, how does that affect me? Or am I worried about this? Or should I talk to people about this? Right? Well, these days, people don't really have that ability to sit down and digest the news. All right, hold on. Hi. People don't really have a chance to sit down and digest the news, right? The individual, how many people are in this room? The individual stories, right? People don't have a chance to go ahead and process it, to digest it, just like as they would say, to sleep on it, right? He's gonna sleep on it. Oh, right on that rock. It's great for your back, just remember that. Anyway, so people don't really have a chance to sit down, sleep on the topic, think about it, process it, think about how they think about it, and that takes time. If you're someone who's a creator, right? Where's my last victim here? If you're someone who's a creator, right? There he is. And you make something, right? This is especially good if you're like a painter or a writer. I do writing. It's something that I do occasionally. I write things like essays or funny stories and stuff like that. And over the years, I've learned a technique, okay? I learned it from Ray Bradbury, strangely enough. I have a story that I could tell about Ray Bradbury. I was at a writing conference a long time ago, and he was at the writing conference. He was one of the speakers. And one day, this was like a 4-day writing conference in Santa Barbara, incidentally. And like the second day in, I was walking around the pool, and there's Ray Bradbury. And, you know, it was just absolutely amazing. There he is. He's sitting there. The guy that, like, created a bunch of the science fiction that we all know. And and there he is. He's sitting there. And I decided to walk up and say, how you doing? Well, long story short, I got to sit down with him for a couple days and just talk for hours with, like, one of the greatest authors in the world. And what he shared with me is a little trick. And here it is. If you're a writer or painter or content creator like me on YouTube or something, make whatever you're gonna make, right? Write your story, paint your painting, make your video. And then don't immediately just like send it to be published, okay? Don't do that. Instead, what you wanna do is sleep on it. Not, you know, not literally, don't like put it under your pillow, but you wanna take a day, right? Take it about 8, 10, 12 hours or an entire day or even a week if you got the chance, right? The longer you take, the better this process gets. And you go back after that period of time and you reread your stuff, right? Or you look at your painting again, or you rewatch your video, because everyone falls victim to thinking you're a genius when you first post that stuff, right? And the problem is, these days, people don't take that time, okay? People don't take that extra little step of stepping back, go and have a cheeseburger, go take a nap, whatever, you know, and then come back and watch your stuff. Or read your little post that you think is so important on social media, right? Reread it. But people don't do that, so they present instead that raw thought, that raw information that they really want you to know. No zappies. The information that they came up with that they think is brilliant. Oh my gosh, this is the perfect zinger, or this piece of drama that I've uncovered is the perfect piece of drama. And so, like, something will happen, and the cycle is not just a fast news cycle, it's a fast, like, influencer cycle. So something will happen, someone will, I don't know, misspell it. This is one that happened that made me laugh so hard. It just happened recently. If you know what I'm talking about, you know. There was a misspelling or two in the closed captions, the auto-generated closed captions on something. And people lost their minds over this. Oh my God, it's a symbol of, like, you know, the not paying attention to details. Oh, they should resign immediately. This stuff, it's like, wait a minute, wait. So the thing is, that happened at a certain time of the day, right? Early in the day. Let's get this. I suck with a javelin, but whatever. They'll get that news story like at, let's say, 8 o'clock in the morning. And by 9 or even like 8:30, there's like 6 videos on it where people are like, oh my God, here, and they go outrage and rage about it. They just absolutely, rabid, foaming at the mouth over it for a 15-minute video where they highlight 12 reasons why this person's an idiot or something like that, right? Then you... And so if you're a person that thrives on that kind of drama, right? I think if you've been conditioned to kind of get that little adrenaline rush from it, a little endorphin rush, because you're going to see what Tom the Drama Master has to say about the latest outrage of the day, right? And what that creates is this idea. It creates that run her through. It creates this idea that, like, in order to stay relevant, in order to create content that people are going to watch all the time, you always have to create... Oh no, shield didn't help. You always have to create this drama. You always have to create this buzz. You always have to try to make people upset, okay? And I think... All right. I think a lot of people these days might be doing it just for the sake of creating the drama, okay? And this is especially more of a problem as we go along with stuff like social media being monetized and you know, of course, Of course, YouTube being monetized for views and length of watch time and everything like that. If you're monetized, what is your incentive here for drama? Well, drama gets a large audience, doesn't it? I mean, we've proved it. It's a self-reinforcing sort of, issue, right? Oh, my brain. It's a self-reinforcing issue. So, like, you post something, and I see people on YouTube fall victim to this all the time. Content creators, right? So someone like me that just tells stupid stories and plays it. What's going on here? Tells stupid stories, play a little video game where I beat people up, and, that's my thing, right? Well, what if it's an average person making an average video on YouTube, and suddenly they decide, I don't know, I'm gonna chime in on, I don't know. I'm trying to stay vague here, so I'm gonna chime in on the latest gamer who did something stupid, fiasco going on. And you just decide to do like a 10-minute video where you're like, oh, I used to watch so-and-so on Twitch or whatever, or on YouTube, and now they did this thing, and I think it's horrible, and here's all my opinions on that, and here's why you should listen to me, and, so let's say that content creator makes that short little video, and instead of getting, 100 views on his video, this one blows up and he gets like 300,000 or something like that, right? Well, what's that person gonna think? Right? What are they going to think? Because a lot of success on social media is driven by the algorithm, right? And so if you hit that algorithm just right, if you tickle the algorithm just right with a big drama hit, something that's going on, something that people want to get more about, okay? If you do that, boom, your content blows up. Well, that teaches you that you can stay relevant and get more clicks if you do the drama, right? If you go ahead and you start just pumping out drama videos, and a lot of people do this, they figure out at some point that, oh my gosh, this part of the equation is the one that I've been looking for, right? And so they might start. I see this happen a lot. It really makes me sad. You get some content creator who's like a innocent. An innocent fun, like they play, I don't know, some racing game or something like that, and that was their thing, right? What is going on here? And they play a racing game, and that's their thing, and all of a sudden, like, they do that drama thing, and then they start having to crank out 3 videos a day in order to keep up with the news cycle. That news cycle that keeps getting faster and faster. You have to keep looking for things. They tell you on X, if you want to be successful on X, there's a couple tips, and these come from like verified ways to do this, okay? You have to be what's known as reply guy, okay? Reply guy means that when someone that's famous goes out and they make a post on something, okay, you're supposed to go and make sure that you're one of the first people that replies to that post. Now, that sounds simple, right? Well, what if you're following someone like Elon? And Elon makes a post that you think you have the perfect witty comment about, right? So you watch Elon's feed and there's been news going on about something that you have this perfect thing. You're waiting for Elon to do it. You're waiting for him to do it. He makes his post and boom, tappity, 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 tap. Within 30 seconds, you're on there and boom, you just blew up with your little reply on X. Well, in order to do that consistently, you have to always be on X. You have to always be on TikTok. You have to always be on whatever social media you've chosen to be on, always looking for that instant thing that people, why did my voice crack? Instant thing that people want to hear about, want to know about, want to talk about. But more importantly these days, they want to get upset about it, right? People are choosing to get upset about topics. Again, this is why drama has become such an industry in social media and in media in general, right? The most drama that I got growing up was like, Twin Peaks or something like that on TV. Now, drama is everywhere. It's over here. Oh my gosh, you can't even talk to one of your people that you used to be best friends with because now everything's about drama. you know, you invite them out to have a cup of coffee and they can't stop talking about what some Twitch streamer did last night on their stream where they said, you know, they called someone the R word, or, oh my gosh, did you hear what they said about this person? They said that, they said they don't like kitties. Oh, they don't like kitty cats. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so upset. And you get to the point where you just don't want to deal with that person anymore because all that they're concerned about is being upset about the latest thing to be outraged with. That's drama. It encourages itself. If you're someone that thrives on knowing about drama all the time, have to know the latest thing that you might get upset about. And if you're one of those people, I did an episode on doom scrolling, right? What the hell? I did an episode on doom scrolling, and doom scrolling is an interesting idea that people go out and look for stuff that makes them upset because it kind of fulfills a little bit of a wickedness inside of us. Okay, oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. But it triggers a little bit of something inside of us that makes us, I don't know, feel a little bit better about our own situations, perhaps. I don't know. Climb back up here. Oh, God. Anyway, so I think people want to look for drama because, again, it's one of those validation things. Did you come down after me? Hold on. Let me hold on here and do a mean thing. Anyway, if you go looking for drama, I think you're trying to maybe feel... Are you just falling down after me? Anyway, I think I'm going to end it here because I can't get back up without some magical effery. Anyway, that's why I avoid drama on my channel, okay? It's not because I don't want to have the controversy and the views. Oh, you know, that would be great, right? It's not because of that. It's because I want to give you, yes, you, a fun place to go to be able to just relax and like unplug a little bit and give you a chance to just laugh and hear a stupid story from a stupid idiot who does stupid things. And that's my role for you here on Orpheus Plays. Anyway, I hope you had a good time talking about that with me, you know, so be good, do good, treat yourself well, because you know what? You absolutely... What the hell is going on here? You absolutely deserve it. What the... Anyway, we'll see you in the next one. Bye!